avoid the drone as Alliance are going to be able to survive that fight and take down Elite EU off the back of their respawn. As now GG engaging with Colonel Node at the moment, and they've been able to connect with one and maybe two. Just as simple as that, GG will absolutely slap-a-roo them as they continue to move from the north.
Denies that LOS, which would have been a killer blow with that longbow from GG, but they forced them away. That's job number one done. Forced Alliance away from the tunnel that they hold. And now they're going to work their way in towards the zone. On the other side of the zone, though, you've got Aurora, who are back for revenge here. And Kings, who got that first knock in the Aurora fight earlier, he's going to be one of the first down. 2v2 on the map right now. Oirain trying to pop that battery. But he's going to watch Effect go down in front of them. Xako and Kashera still up, trying to play behind the knockdowns, but the zone is closing behind them. Kashera dealt with
aggression, though. That's perfect.
Oh, he gets the kills! Oirain slides on the Nitro gate and manages to get the KP. Slime trying to move in on ALGS and Hungary have been here for quite some time. Hackett's going to be moving up now to make this a 2v1. Fricks is the last alive here for ONH.
Yeah, you have to win this engagement here if you are Alliance, and the real question is whether ALGS and Hungary stick and try and win a 1v2. Actually, it's now a 2v2. They've been able to get one of them back up. Because if you win this fight, you control the entirety of this eastern side. But it's certainly nervy moments. There you go. That's what you needed for Alliance, as they still managed to stay alive here. They've been slowly going about their business as well on this southern side, but now this rotation is a little bit more of a difficult one. This is where you're going to have to try and utilize the portal, but maybe you'll just utilize the Sentinel instead.
Charge it up and knock him down. Ozzus with a beautiful shot from that Sentinel. And now he's just trying to claim some more victims. Guts by name, guts everywhere.
It's so frustrating when you're trying to rotate and you're being focused this heavily and stay healthy and not going to be very healthy at all. And now this is where the use of Alter starts to come into play. Not only can you dance between any of these buildings, but I tell you what, he's just not missing right now.
Ozzus is standing and delivering, but Zane is overlooking it at the moment and it's not looking good. They might be able to just get out of his LOS, and they do so. So VP, thanks to the shots from the Sentinel, find somewhere to play. Prestis has still got to manage to cross here, though, which is a slight worry. Alliance are out. Stay Healthy will go out as well. And we are into our top 5. Portal through to see if they could get a little bit of the action themselves and collect some KP. 90 Pulse is still alive. And Aurora now make their move up onto high. GG versus Aurora. The Horde have been eliminated in the meantime as Effect looks for victims.
Yeah, perhaps they just were able to sniff out it was only a duo here, and finally GG will fall, but a valiant effort. A good amount of time before the zone is going to touch your backside.
Oh, the collapse! The collapse from Prestis, it was worth waiting for. 2 teammates fall to Skynades. Prestis will go up to try and be the hero, but it's Aurora who fly up to the high ground, wipe VP, and now it is a 3 versus 3. It's for fun versus Aurora for game number 1.
It's just Aurora's world, and we are merely living in it at this point. So much damage.
This was done. I'm sorry. I hate to call it early, but that much damage, you cannot lose this one. Tyler, good night. Aurora start off hot here in game number 1.
I'm laying top.
No power up.
Big dead!
I need it as well.
They're jumping!
Okay, I can take this.
Last one below, take it!
Okay.
Oh, okay. Guys, I'm focusing on the other team. Guys, can we stop fighting? 5%! 5%! Be ready!
Yes.
No, I need to medkit!
Okay, after your medkit.
You guys can do it!
1, 2, 3, I'm imping. Go!
I'm not one.
Fight into fight. On high. I got 1 HP. One.
Okay. Last fight.
Fuck you!
Let's fucking go!
Nice, OJ!
Fucking shit, OJ!
Nice!
Back into the game. It is a 27-point game number 1 coming in from Aurora. And they still get out. Effect has just gone down, though, to Muchi and Sheila. I mean, Aurora are in hell right now. Game 1's great. This is how quickly things can change, though. Hyaka's got a clutch. He's got a chance here. He's got a Newcastle flying at him, and he can't make it happen. Aurora.
Team of Alliance. Speaking of Alliance, I mean, with the comp that they currently are running, by the way, they are looking for engagements that you were talking about. If you suddenly see Alliance flying at you, you're going to have very little time to react here.
Oh, they've also just found out there's a team just portaling underneath them, returning, and they're going to get swung on. They have to be careful they don't get hit by the fences, but unlucky at the moment. It's looking so deadly with that wingman in his hand. Colonel Node get turned into pancakes down. I don't have one.
That's a brand.
You
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
You have one. Okay.
Other brands are
available. But you look at that and there's movement at 2 a.m. and someone's stealing your garden pots. You know what I mean?
I mean, you
Never
joke,
happened
but
to me,
someone,
actually.
yeah, someone stole something from a front porch last year. It was terrifying. Anyway, Heretics, hopefully nothing's going to be stolen from their front porch as they are able to take one, but they have lost one of their own here. Heretics need to make sure they work as a duo here.
Kind of takes damage. Light's going to be last alive here. Nice slide coming in from Jans. It's a 1v2. He's not going to be able to win it, but that fight has just given the trigger for other teams to arrive, and it's going to be Eclipse Pro who are now moving in. They're trying to get outside of this building, but they're being hit with the kitchen sink and everything in the cabinets. Team Heretics are eliminated, and the building will now belong, but it won't be safe, Dan. They're clearing their backs. They'll have to move in from here. Oh, the zone's pulled back.
Yeah, I was about to say, when we get a look at the zone, because it wasn't quite touching on that southwest side, I was a little bit worried it wasn't going to pull all that way. And it has moved up towards the likes of HM. You can see there in the top left hand of your screen. Thank you so much, production. ALGS and Hungary are also going to be in a good position for that one. But all those teams who committed to the far southwest side of this map now, they will eventually learn they're going to have to all move north together.
Well, Alliance have got the first knock here again. AJ's going to be down. The spray is so good from Aku. The follow-up is impressive as well. The breach charge somehow on 10 HP. Alliance keep Aku alive. And when you do that, the man just spits damage. Stay healthy are eliminated. Team fights, which is always a nice thing to have.
Very nice thing to have. Oh, man, Maggie Ball's not a nice thing to be going up against, though, but can you actually capitalize on that damage? Oh, Aku and Unlucky just deleting together.
I mean, Aku's flying in. He has to be careful here that he doesn't throw the fight. He gets that first knock, pushes up onto the damage, and now Hackis is going to be alongside him, and Unlucky following up, but what do I know? Aku is taking over at the moment. He's still alive inside of this building. Prestis is behind that knockdown shield, and Aku is just waiting, biding his time for the help, but it's turned into a 1v1, and Hackis... But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case because VP are going to be the team to reset.
I mean, it often happens where Hackers just sends the two in and he's there as a fallback plan. But had they been a full three, they probably win that engagement. But I guess you usually trust the duo to get the job done as a two after they got the initial knock. Now, Citadel Gaming on this eastern side, they're being pressured by Blessed here. And they are being surrounded too. But, great spray from Zuni. That's the record breaker from back way when.
Oh, I mean, he's following up on the damage as well. I think they're trying to just play for these KP as the zone is closing in behind them. It does climb up. It's going to be a 1v1 remix powers. Where are you? He's got to finish this one off, but he's getting shot in the back, and Citadel. Oh dear, that is kind of synonymous of their split so far.
You great again. They're being held up by HM.
HM take to the skies though. They're going to hit the Valcolt immediately, so making you great again. They're going to have to step their way in. VP looking for another fight here. It's going to be the Horde who they take on. This one's kind of been brewing in the background of this game. Prestis with yet more damage, but they have lost Taskmaster here, but they might be able to buy enough time here just to get healthy as the two teams are going to engage. It's HM and the Horde, and VP might be able to wait and see what happens as a Maggie Ball comes in from distance.
Well, that just disrupts everything, doesn't it? It's Virtus Pro now going to try and convert as a duo here. Prestis still has so much armor to work with, though, and there is certainly going to be watching on from Eclipse and Make EU Great Again, who are kind of joining in on this engagement as Horde will eventually be taken down.
Oh, you thought it was bad enough? Well, here's Sheila from Arzus. HM eliminated, the Horde went as well, and VP.
Oh, Infinite might just jump onto Eclipse here, and actually that is going to change everything for Make EU Great Again, because they can just wall off this map, which they do, and they will take pure control here. They can join in on this fight and dominate this west side.
Yeah, that wall is perfect. That is going to give them all of the control of the space. Nate is going to have to back out, but there is VP. But there is an L-Star, and there is Nate too from Nate. Out of nowhere. Nitro Gate, L-Star. All sorts of problems being caused, and Eclipse Pro are now going to move in, and they will take game number 2. But boy, are we seeing some clips and some highlights here in EMEA to start things off. That is a phenomenal game number 2. A single solitary bullet that really did hurt VP, but not enough to take away the most points in the lobby. Oh, it's VP 37 points on the board already, Dan. Aurora with just the 1 point in that previous game after 27 in game number 1.
Horde coming in from the other side of the wall just for repositioning, playing on top of the parking garage. It's gonna be a quick little 3v3, but Zuni still hasn't been able to fully reset here. Zip playing off the fence line. Aurora also going to be able to pick up some KP in the feed before diving down. They drop them from high ground. You get the trade-off, though. Zuni and Remix still struggling here, taking their time before diving down. They do not want to allow this reset, especially against a Watson team, to prevent any sort of entry from these Alter TPs, but great timing on that to get the effort to go around it, to find Zipline Mafia, keep up this pressure, and get the reset off the portal play.
I get ready to.
Yeah, they're gonna fight each other, no?
Yeah, I'm thinking hard. Two guys.
Okay. I got
like
scanned.
the
My pick here. Can we peek?
Walk up, hold the stairs, hold the stairs, hold the stairs.
Queue up. I cracked him, guys.
I killed one. One
Nice,
million.
no, nice.
Kill
Kill
him,
him.
I'm playing slow. Slow.
Yeah, I'm playing slow.
Killing.
Slow, he's gonna attack, he's gonna-
Whoa, can we go down? Can we push?
Yeah, can we queue down? I'm
Okay,
dropping.
king. This one.
One bounce.
Yeah, let's go. Kill him. I died in the back. I got crit in the back.
Yeah, Perez, I'm dropping flop.
Who is fighting down here on the low ground is in such a rough spot, but we do have to watch out for those alter queues up to the high ground.
Good call out here too. While Aurora is the next to fall, 6 squads left here, and this is the chaos that we were expecting in a zone like this. Talk about the unfortunate int that we saw too from Mega after they paid for it. Elite EU henchman, the last one alive, preventing the rest from coming in. The Newcastle too, but you're dealing with the Watson from the other side, playing ring around the Rosie between these fence lines. But the Newcastle has that purple knockdown shield. It's taking so long to try to finish this off. But henchman is so healthy, he's so confident. He comes out on top, and nobody is even on the high ground to stop this reset from coming through.
Of them coming out of cover. Here we go. They push up a little bit more though. And just as the zone squeezes them in, Stay Healthy surely come out on top. Unless maybe Elite EU can find just the right moment to push up with the Void Nexus.
Okay, that was a little overzealous right there, taking the Alter portal. But guess what? That allows Elite EU to now just walk up for free. They're taking advantage of the knocks that they see right before their eyes. They're fully up as a 3-man, and it's just a matter of time as Elite EU take one for the books for our first game on E District for a regional final.
Go!
Keep through light.
Trying to like, I broke the fucking glass for you.
One guy! Go! Nice, I think I'm low, both hit! Go, baby! Just one HP. Good turn, my baby! Nice! 240. Nice!
Me. I'm gonna die. Me. Next one.
Yeah, I did.
With you, soon.
Yeah, only one.
Queue behind them. Okay. Take you an insta-ball.
Yep.
Wait, light. No. Insta-ball. On me.
Pulling! Killing it!
Let's talk. Last thing.
Last guy!
Let's talk.
Come near me! Good shit, baby! Nice! Good shit! Come on!
Okay.
That they put in their pockets, but the follow-up too from Vicious and Stay Healthy. We saw the Alter TP plays going up onto the high ground.
Now I think they're pushing into 4th spot overall, up 8 spots into 27. No one on match point yet.
Секунды, мы... Да. Сейчас дам дрил, пацаны. Убивать надо его. И потом мой склад играет еще. Да, мы тут. Стол. Ага. Под нами склад, пацаны, никто не надо.
Я убил его, 1 хп. А ты где?
Где?
Ты не подошел?
Нет, где он?
1 хп у него. Внутри, так стоит.
Побил.
Я буду.
Я пусто.
Да.
Саня.
Ты один.
Держу.
Нашел, чел.
Найс.
Нок. Живи. Я паду тебе щитом. Я дабл пола.
Longzy taking a good chunk of that damage. I mean, also imagine the influx of Seer too, being able to have that information, but Gans is going to be able to find that follow-up here. He goes in, gets the 2-piece, but for following up Team Heretics, they do lose out on Longzy while he was trying to fully slide in, but you take up that Nitro boost. You're going to be able to try to get the follow-up here. Jans, now it's only up to him, but he's in the line of sight of 2 players. Can he get the finishing blow? He gets the jump. He plays ring around the Rosie, around the cart. He needs to use this knockdown as some extra cover, but even with Kashale up on the high ground, it was just too much to ask for. Now, this is the zone that we're expecting. The Catalyst too, by the way. The wall was used up. That's some extra makeshift cover for one of our squads here. Now, it's up to Elite EU, who wanted to clear their backs, looking to get this res.
Zipline Mafia, the only team from the south, they were really trying to push everyone away into the zone. They weren't
particularly successful. Aurora, if they had a massive game here,
They're trying to get the death box, Rez, as you mentioned, and they pull it off. The fact that they get this off, you even see the missile from one side. The caustic barrels are helping them out.
come on, surely just a few Hemlock breach charges, then deal with the Horde. There we go. If they had to live past fourth there, I would have been incredibly surprised and impressed as well. But nope, they don't. So now we have some exhibits going down the Sears. One for each team still alive, trying to give each other the information of how they can deal with pushing one team into the other. Now we're just down to zipline and stay healthy.
And that's why it's so scary to go in for an early rotate when there's little to no cover. You're literally just hogging these crates, wishing that you could come out in clutch. But you talk about the catalyst before, you put the cat wall from stay healthy. Now you move up. No way, the Kickstart brings everybody up. It's a buffet for everybody to feast on a zipline mafia. They clean up the scraps, and they are your game 4 winners. Up and rotate from the other side of that cat wall that was put down, not at their own hands, as they were able to move up, take
pretty much in hiding as soon as Maggie's in the lobby, and then when we send her packing, we do see the big man come back.
As Alliance look to try and put more points on the board. That being said, it's VP they're going up against, so this is a huge fight for the grand scheme of things as VP trying to close in on the match point threshold.
This is difficult as well because this is a fight inside of a zone. So, I mean, you got to be careful because the zone is going to be chipping away at health, and that is going to be an example of it. It's a 1v1 trade. Taskmaster up on this high ground on the Gibraltar, trying to flush the remaining members of Alliance out. Prestis is going to go in with that Prowler. He's going to take down Aku, so unlucky the last remaining member trying to pull out, trying to survive. As it seems like Taskmaster, he's going to go down. VP are done. Akis comes out of nowhere. 37 points here for Eclipse. Top 7. As Elite EU hit match point. 51 points on the board. They are the first team to cross that threshold and could win regional finals in this next game. A massive moment for a team who, coming into it, were right on the precipice of not making it to Paris. The Horde eliminated next. 6 squads remain.
And for a team that needs it even more, stay healthy. 44 points. They really need to find a win today if they're going to go to EWC. And in the moment, they are putting themselves in contention as they're only 5 points away from match point. A big fight here, though. You need to rely on that Gibby to get the bubble down, which they do.
Holds the bubble for as long as possible and just about does it well enough.
Not only is it a great cubby in general, but the protection on the pylon is so big here because it negates any of those ultimates that might come through a little bit later. So they can just hold this spot, they can play it patient, and they are pretty close to where the zone is going to be. As Stay Healthy look down towards GG, again trying to engage.
Zane's gonna get the clear. Stay Healthy with just 1 alive. It's the Newcastle, does have the support perk and is going to be able to queue. Tries to drag the second player as well, and Stay Healthy relying on the Newcastle to get them healthy, and they're still in this game. AJ down again. Newcastle Res comes in once more. Can they survive long enough here after getting hit by a barrage of Syracuse to walk their way towards zone with this queue?
Doing such a good job, and now the bubble's back up as well, and you get the wall down, but the big push from GG. Drone comes out and blows everyone up into the air, but Stay Healthy are still surviving.
What?
And Newcastle gets the job done, and GG go down.
2 points is all they need. GG will be out next. AJ with the defensive bombardment, hoping that maybe it can do enough to get the points, but Stay Healthy come up too short as Elite, ALGS and Hungry and Zipline Mafia will be your final 3 teams. Stay Healthy are so close, but yet so far.
Still a chance they could cross it, as Elite EU now looking to see if they can capitalize on the damage that was done onto Zipline.
Hellstar still in the hands of Kinda here. Zipline Mafia just down to a 2. Zone is going to be closing. WinQ trying to play this one quiet, pretending that he is not there. But his teammate has gone down to that L-Star from Kinda. WinQ, though, he's going to influence this endgame. Freaks is going to go down. From top 3, they can't improve upon that, and Elite EU now move in. Damage has been done in that scuffle, and Elite EU not only win the game, they cross match point, and they can win the whole damn thing next game.
And it's huge for them. But now, can they go back-to-back here?
In our own hands, Elite EU, 13 KP, 25 point total. That takes them past match point. Gibraltar will be banned for our next game. But Dan,
deal with the pressure, and Elite EU, well, they've emphatically answered, yes, we can deal with it. 66 points, only team on match point.
Colonel here. It's not looking comfortable.
Lights down.
One's gone down.
But do GG want to play off of this? You can see there's 3 teams in the vicinity. Light may be able to just about crawl inside if they can allow him to come in here. They're going to go for the res. That's going to give the audio cue, and there's teams arriving from elsewhere. Blessed are now having a look at this as well. Elite EU down, but not out.
I definitely have the chance to get the pickup here as well, but Node starting to now take advantage of their positioning, and this is not looking good for Elite EU. This is one of the most difficult spots to try and get out of.
Orbit is playing this one very well. Just not playing his life, but kinda might have just saved the entire match day here for Elite. 1 player still alive. Henchman, now you have to do something special.
Yep.
45 points. They have to get Oirain back onto his feet, though. OJ still not healthy. As Elite still under pressure here continually from the team across from them. Colonel Node will not let Elite EU rest for a second here, and maybe this is one step too far. Aurora have been eliminated in the meantime. Orbit goes down. It's a 2v2. Henchman now left on his own. 1v1.
Henchman with a lot to do, and the zone's coming in as well. I mean, you can stay alive, but where do you go afterwards? Great spike!
Did you have the...
Okay, that's good. Go low,
Go low.
Chill a bit.
I'm banging.
Chill here. I think we have to commit to low ground.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Anyone there?
Hold on, in a second.
Wait, I'm selling one and we go.
There is, I think.
Okay, we have to go to that small room then.
They don't.
Okay. Come. Breathe.
I can't. I'm breaching. I'm dead, bro.
Okay, chill.
Yeah.
They're gonna swing room.
Two of them got drones.
Yeah, this has worked out. They've just been able to get far enough in so they're not going to be eaten away by that zone. But, oh my god, if you look at what's happening on the east side, Blessed will go down. But there's about 4 or 5 teams that are all just culminating in the same place. As No will go down. HM eliminated.
Oh my god, Zane! The damage output unmatched. But he does go down. He's going to have to be dragged to his feet here by Lufka, who jumps out behind that Newcastle wall to stick the res. Blast trying to chip away, looks to convert some KP. That'll do. There's another one for him. That's 2 dead. And they inch closer and closer to match point. 3 points is all they need now.
It should be achievable, especially with how they're fighting at the moment. They're working well together. By the way, though, yeah, you have to keep eyes on Elite EU here, because Light... God, can you imagine what's going through Light's mind and the rest of the squad? You heard how silent it got, by the way, when they died. As now the Brave move on through, as again he finds somewhere to play.
GG are down to just 2. The kickstart is going to hurt as well. Blast has to hit some big shots, and he manages to do so himself. It's making you great again. Light's still alive, by the way. He's still doing work. Making you great again are dead. Elite, you are dead. Amazing effort coming in from Light, though, as the attention turns to GG, who now hit match point.
And GG, remember, they are the match point team. Think about what happened in scrims. They were finding wins left, right, and center, and they'll get the chance in the next. And maybe, who knows, they might even win this game. They win that engagement. They've got 8 KP on one single player, 11 across the team. They're having one heck of a game right now as Team Heretics also trying to put more points on the board.
And some good placements to give themselves the confidence for this game and this series to continue going a little bit longer.
Where do you go with that bubble? Are you able to find it anywhere with the portal? Excuse me, the bubble portal. It doesn't really matter as GG are going back and forth, but now they are being very much aggressed upon as For Fun get eliminated.
Heretics need this, and they have the high ground. GG are gone, For Fun are gone. 2 squads now remain. Down on the low ground, it's Stay Healthy, who have been in the middle of the zone, and Heretics, oh my god, they get queued out into the zone. Stay Healthy. Team can convert. This team is very, very good at closing games out if they get a good spot.
But if all 3 of them had survived, got onto those nitro gates, been able to get in the same position, who knows?
Next zone, making you great again now. Looking to take a fight, though. Already busting down the door like the Kool-Aid Man, as Nate is going to be able to find that knock. And oh my god, talk about the turnaround shoot down onto that Sparrow ultimate. That is absolutely not going to see the light of day. Even bunkered down with the Watson fence. They just wanted to evict them so that way they could control this building.
Oh my god, some good shots there coming out from Nate. Got a little bit of the zone to help guard them as well. Anyone who's pushing into them right now is going to have to take damage. And this is where I'm surprised that a match point team might opt to go for that versus someone, you know, like GG, who are playing the more defensive legends.
It's reload! Because now we have another match point team in trouble, Gino. You talk about playing with your back against the wall, and if it's not going to be the show from Dome over on World's Edge, it's going to be at least holding onto the rocks for dear life. Looking to see if they can get the res. Vushi taking that portal. Now looking at Henchman who beams him. The RE45 are ringing in my ears. Light is still alive. He tried to make the magic happen. They got to match point first, and they want to extend on this opportunity. But with other teams still beaming at them from afar, you saw that Hemlock nade over in the distance. Nobody's really trying to overextend here at the same time. They don't want to let them reset for free, as Kinda is now holding the high ground and also trying to cover them while they're trying to get the reset. Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Time, the moment that Aurora showed face, Kinda is still holding an amazing angle, trying to give suppressed fire over to Aurora, who's playing that low ground, while the other two members of Elite are now trying to go for a full string after getting this reset. Amazing opportunity here. They're holding a split angle. They find the next knock. Lights has been playing amazingly alongside Henchman, but Henchman does go down first. There goes the second one. The Spiral slowing things down. Can the clutch happen from Light to keep the dreams alive with the Watson fence being the nail in the coffin? Elite, our other match point team is gone, and hello, Kashera dropping down from the skies. They have something else to say as Aurora are the next to fall.
From the heavens.
Make EU great again because their backs are completely cleared. They're surely out in the open, but so many of these other teams are fixated on one another. As Zane gets another knock, Gaming Gladiators take control over the rooftops of the high ground, but want to try to take this slowly, so that way these other teams do not take the opportunity to just fully collapse on them.
Okay, clear your back. They've done it. Eclipse not going to be the thorn in another match point team side. They're taken down.
Saying this is the momentum that we need to see right now. This is insane, some would say. The way that they're going to be able to try to play around this, the fact that they have 10 KP in their pocket, looking to keep this going, but now with GG trying to extend on this, they get eliminated! We go next!
No!
We get more Apex in this lobby! Make EU great again with a back-to-back. They've taken out two of our match point teams, and they're looking to take another dub.
Trying to live within the Catalyst spikes here, hoping that'll be enough to deter the other teams around them. And now the Unlucky's back up. He can start reinforcing the door. The REs come out, but 3 men in HM are just too much for Alliance to handle, and they will...
Out, by the way, by a single point in that building is next level. But that's why, Genome, you talked about Mega being the Grim Reapers.
Zipline Mafia just went out as well. They were on 46. Another team fails to clinch match point, and now it's really looking at make EU great again. They've been picking up so many kills, and a win, I think that actually could get them across the line here.
Yeah, I believe so here, Genome. It's just looking at everybody in front of them, and it's like shooting ducks as they're all forced in their line of sight in practice for the rest of this squad. And as everybody is forced to collapse to one another, they're gonna just strive in this chaos. They're looking at Hardeki, though, who wants to take a full swing on them. They were playing with the Rampart. They're trying to play around the Rampart barrier, but the Hemlock breaks right through it. They swing on Zidane, who is out in the open, playing incredibly wide, and this actually could put a dent as Mega do not get match point. Citadel Gaming, when we asked where they were at, they came in to shine and take game number 7. Club, as I like to call it, and now we welcome Citadel to the plate. 6 KP, you know.
Can't get it done, that will sting. In the same way, though, we've got Elite EU, Gaming Gladiators, and Stay Healthy extending their lead.
Side of the zone as the ones on the north. Here's that revenge match we were talking about with Alliance versus HM, but now Stay Healthy is getting involved in it. Again, you gotta remember, match point team, can they resist all of this pressure?
Took any damage here. You can already see the medkit getting popped, the seer that they have getting information, and they get sandwiched because VP are right behind them. Alliance got booted out in 16th place. Unfortunate for Akis, he couldn't catch a break, but that's what happens in a regional final lobby like this, while VP wanting to scoop up extra points to set themselves up.
HM right on
51.
the edge of this zone. I don't think they're gonna survive it any longer here. VP, yep, okay. Nice little...
Can't even, I mean, I can't. imagine a world where that could even happen. And that's why I was worried. When we brought Randy in, we had this discussion. Oh my gosh, okay, Sky Nades. Oh my nade! Lufka! He said eviction! I am serving you a notice today, and he's holding it down. Or else will make a mess all over the place here, because now Forefront get eliminated. 10 squads left. Gaming Gladiators now, Kraber in hand. Blast looking to see if they can complete this dub with 7 squads left. They're holding one angle here, but they're trying to harass Elite EU with the Kraber shot. The follow-up. They're trying to fully dive on them. They do not want to allow another team to just grief them. And that was the creep that I was worrying about. That's going to be chaotic to follow up. Light actually gets res, and he gets the finishing blow here. It's only up to Zane. There's only so much you could do. Do you try to finish them off, but you can't even grapple right over them. They get the res, and then Newcastle once again hails supreme.
Get a Morse code message to them if you really needed to.
Do they get the memo? As they're trying to swing onto this Team Heretics. They don't know what's waiting for them on the other side. 6 squads left in Elite EU. With victory in sight, being the only match point team left in this lobby, or will we see more Apex? Team Heretics with a mass ping. Gonna be able to send that nade up inside the door. Final zone closing in behind everybody's backs. Elite EU, though, are trying to control so much of this space. Blessed are the next to get eliminated. And alongside Elite EU, the one team that they have to make sure that doesn't grief them is Team Heretics, who are gonna wrap behind them.
Yeah, and they don't have the setup this way. You can see the Newcastle wall was, it was worried about the other side, but all of a sudden,
they know.
They've got it ready. What? What, Vicky?
They know, but Henchman, can he clutch it? He's wrap up behind him. No, we get more Apex. I was gonna say, they knew who that was. Elite EU got pinpointed, and Team Heretics keeps this going. We get to see more, but can they also hit match point? That is the question. They have 49 points right now. And Vicious, they're starting to clean things up. Our final 3 squads left, and TH only have 1 member alive.
1 member, 1 point. That's what stands between them and match point eligibility. Honestly, this is too close, but not close enough. It now comes down to Node and Team Vicious.
Just a matter of time. Vicious looking vicious in this lobby on how they held their ground when you start kicking things up in game number 8. And you know what, Gino?
Oh yeah, as you said, they really made that swift move. They were in the vicinity, but the fact that they got there so quickly was
teams that you mentioned arrive here, 3 men in ALGS and Hungary. This is now going to become a real bottleneck for these teams to fight through. There is not enough space for everybody to survive, and all of a sudden ALGS and Hungary, who are down on that low ground, are getting pummeled by Zipline Mafia. The gen has been destroyed, and now they are just sitting ducks in this corner. The 2 will go down. Surely Tax will go down next, and that's going to be it for them. ALGS and Hungary, the first team to fall. Zipline Mafia up on the high ground, and now they're dropping down to the low ground because they want to try and take this fight here on the low and try and clean up 3 men. They win 2 fights.
One of the most important fights on the map. Elsewhere, Stay Healthy are now arriving from the north to try and clean up what's happened between Zipline Mafia. And actually, Heretics are down to just 1. Alliance have won that fight. Zone pulling towards them. Alliance in prime position for this game.
Stay Healthy. Guts is going to get pushed here. Has to chase the R9. Took a lot of damage before getting into that engagement. Stay Healthy, who are on match point. It's all down to AJ now on the Seer. On the top of the shell of Hammond.
Big decision for Zipline Mafia here. They wanted to try and capitalize, I think, on damage that was happening elsewhere, but they've realized that maybe holding front might be good, as Elite EU do lose 1. And you need to be finding the assistance there for Fun trying to play spoiler to Elite EU's chances.
Looking for the res here, we'll be able to get it. So Elite EU up and healthy once more. And you can get that spot immediately. In fact, they don't have Ash, they have Pathfinder, excuse me. And they are going to go up to that high ground. They get the gen down as well, but they've got Aurora to contend with, and they've got bang ults coming down and raining from the heavens. GG are in a trouble.
Sometimes it's good to move first, but sometimes it's not because there's so much focus on them. Kill feed is absolutely blowing up. Horde go down, Elite EU go down as well, as Alliance still finding kills on this southern side.
Zane is last hope. The Gaming Gladiators, he's down as well. The Vicious will also be eliminated. Match point team after match point team will fall. A moment of calm here as the zone will close in 10 seconds. Make EU great again will be eliminated, so it's all up to you, Alliance. If you want to give us some more Apex and you want to keep this tournament going.
It's going to force Zipline Mafia in first. Alliance might have to move second, but they do have the low ground to work with. It's just whether Virtus Pro will take the angle around them. You can see Alliance are hovering at the moment, trying to find a little bit of a nook and a cranny to work with near the center of the zone. But also you have to create your own space as a team here. You have to look big. As Virtus Pro, they take a couple of shots and that might create an engagement.
Pressus is going to get sent as well. Ozus and Pressus, the last two alive here for VP. Alliance are trying to take them down. Pressus does get the shield swap. Unlucky gets absolutely beamed himself. Alliance, they will keep themselves alive. Aku gets the shield swap, but now Aurora on the high ground. Have to deal with Aku. That beam will be remembered.
That could be massive for their chances, but Zipline Mafia have taken control of the high ground. Can Alliance reset at all here? No, they're eliminated.
Zipline Mafia might be about to close this one out. Aurora down on the low ground. Oirain, the final victim, and Zipline Mafia will be your champions.
Я уже ульту дал.
Перестанем, го, подходите. По левому Сиру.
20 170.
Сир почти крак, у меня слева близко тип.
20 на 2.
Сир почти крак, все, медленно, их убьют, другие типы. Наверх надо залезть, по-хорошему. Топ-2, последний склад.
Последний чел, по-моему, последний чел.
Уверен?
Да, последний чел, пацаны. Все,
Я
вместе.
падаю.
Наша игра. Падаю. Готовы?
Падаю. Бля.
Excuse me, a 9-kill win with 21 points.
And we said the Hail Mary was still in motion. It looked possible. P.S. One of our guests is the Warlord. He's happy. He's been rocking Bangalore from the beginning. Maybe even in his time playing in EMEA Pro League. Kind of really started the Bangalore that we saw, and then eventually she's gone in and out. Lots of changes to the smoke, but here it is, our Pro League standings. Guys, reactions.